time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Last week I dedicated the whole week to the song I'd Rather Go Blind. We started out the week on Monday with Etta James doing the original version of I'd Rather Go Blind, followed that up with 4 more episodes of Driving with Todd as cover versions of those songs. Well, I received a lot of comments, which I really appreciated, and I read every comment, and unfortunately, I can't answer everyone. There's not enough time in the day, but I really appreciate the comments, and like I said, I do read each one of those. Well, along with the comments came in a lot of people requesting me to do songs or Driving with Todd, you need to listen to this song, or I really like this artist, and so on and so forth. So I thought I'd dedicate this week to the comments from last week. Well, today we're going to take a look at a comment and then another person addressing that particular comment. So it goes like this. This came in from my reaction to Jeff Beck and Beth Hart doing their cover version of I'd Rather Go Blind. The YouTuber that makes the comment goes by the handle of HD. And HD writes this: I like Susan Tedeschi better than Beth Hart. I don't know what it is about Beth, but I can't get into the way she sings. So again, just a comment, but off of that comment came the following request. And this comes in from Jamez Angler. And Jamez writes, yes, Susan Tedeschi is one of the best blues singers, and Tedeschi Trucks Band actually do I'd Rather Go Blind. But I think you should check out their live on eTown version of Midnight in Harlem. Great vocals from Susan and amazing slide guitar from her husband, Derek Trucks. Now, I've heard of Susan Tedeschi, I've heard of Derek Trucks, and I've heard of the Tedeschi Trucks Band, but I've never heard anything by them. Not that I know of, at least. And the song Midnight in Harlem, I don't know if I've ever heard that as well. So I had to take a look a little bit into these two individuals and found out that Tedeschi and Trucks are married. They were married in 2001. Well, they toured together, their two bands toured together in 2007, the Derek Trucks Band and Susan Tedeschi's Soul Stew Revival. Well, they're such a hit that in 2010, they joined the two groups together and became the Tedeschi Trucks Band. Now, the song Midnight in Harlem was on their first album together, and that album is called Revelator, and that came out in 2011. In the U.S., it peaked at number 12 on the Billboard's Billboard's 200 album chart. So it did fairly well in the United States. Now, this video that we're going to watch that was requested live at eTown, I believe was recorded in 2011 also. Now, I tried to find more information about this eTown clip, this eTown video. You know, there's a lot of information, but they don't give a date. But I found one where a person said it was 2011. If that's not correct, please send me a comment in the comments below that, hey, the real date for the eTown live performance was this. So I'm going with 2011. We'll see if that's true. So with that said, let's listen to the Tedeschi Trucks Band doing Midnight in Harlem. Okay, I'm going to just stop it here for a moment because the introduction was almost 2 minutes long. Great introduction, though. Love Derek's guitar playing, really nice guitar playing. Two drummers, so you can see they combined two groups together. You got the two drummers, some real good keyboards, and then the horns come in. It's like, well, I didn't think there's going to be horns, but then a horn section comes in as well. Wow, really kind of nice. Does remind me a lot of the Allman Brothers up to that point, with the two drummers, bass, the keyboards, guitar. I don't think Allman Brothers used a lot of horns, but that's beside the point. But that's kind of what it reminds me of, that southern country blues rock sound, and I really enjoyed that beginning. So now let's hear what it sounds like with Susan doing the vocals.
I came to the city, I was running from the pain. My heart was bleeding, and it hurt my bones to lay. Stayed in the city, no exception to the rule. He was born to love me. I was raised to be his fool, Lord, his fool. Walk that line, turn apart. Gotta spend your whole life trying. Ride that train, and free your heart.
Yeah, I like her voice. I like her voice a lot. She gives it that country blues sound, kind of what I had mentioned when I stopped it before. And her voice is really sweet. It's got kind of a smooth sound to it, and she does kick it in a little bit at the end of, I don't know if that was the refrain or if it was just the end of the line of the verse, but I do like it. It's not, in your face. It's more laid back vocals, which fits this style of music. And I was mentioning that it sounded, a little bit like Allman Brothers Band, but I got to take it back a little bit. That keyboard player was a little funky in there, and that bass is just right out there in your face. And I do love the double drums. I think that just sets the group off. Love the double drumming. Let's keep on going.
Run that train, and free your heart. It's midnight up in Harlem. I went down to the river and I took a look around. They were old men's shoes. There were needles on the ground. No more mysteries, baby. No more secrets, no more clues, no more clues. The stars are out there. You can almost see the moon. The streets are windy and the subway's closing down. Gonna carry this dream to the other side of town. So walk that line, tell the girl, gotta spend your whole life trying to ride that train and free your heart. It's midnight up in Harlem.
Wow! That had to be the fastest 8 minutes in my life. That was awesome. The guitar solo at the end by Derek. Wow. And that's what the requester had said. It was a great guitar solo. What I liked about it, he started out real slow, playing slide, and slide has got a real smooth sound to it anyways. It's not like they're picking chords and they're just like feedback in their guitar and fuzzed out guitar. It's more of a smooth sound. And he starts out real slow, and he's pretty much on his own on that. Got some really good bass. The two drummers are filling in, but everything else is kind of silent. And then he starts getting into it, and he's got that guitar screaming, even using the slide, and the horns come in, the other guitars come in, keyboards come in. It's like, wow, what a finish to the song. He just killed it at the end of this. Love that guitar solo. In fact, I love the whole presentation of this song. Now, there was two groups here, right? They put two groups together, but there was only one bass player. I don't know if there's a second bass player in their band. I'd love to have seen two bass players like you have two drummers. I think that'd have been cool with that bass really jumping out with two bass players. But otherwise, I thought this was great. I love the horn players. I liked the fact that there was backup singers. There was the backup singers to Susan when she got into, I believe, probably the refrain of the song. I was trying to listen to the words and watch, and so I didn't quite get the structure of the lyrics themselves. But I really like this. This is good. I've never, like I said, I've never heard this band before. I've heard a lot about them and that they are just a really good band. But yeah, this sells it. This sells it. This was really a great performance, right from the beginning with that 2 minute intro to Susan taking over and singing with those horns in the background, and then Derek taking over at the end with the phenomenal guitar solo. Wow, I love this. And I was big into the Southern type of rock back in the early 70s. I mean, I bought a lot of Southern rock back then. And, this just falls in line with that style of rock. And they really did a fantastic job. So I hope you enjoyed this with Tedeschi Trucks Band doing Midnight in Harlem live in eTown. If you did, I know I did, but if you did, hit that like button. That'd be really, really appreciated. If you have any comments about the song Midnight in Harlem by Tedeschi Trucks Band, hey, why don't you put in the comments below? I'd really appreciate that. Like I said, I read them all. I don't always have the time to respond. I'm sorry for that. Now, I'm also going to take a link to this video, which, like I said, was very good. And the person recommending it said, the sound was really good on the video as well. And they have a little descriptor on this video that says, great sound. So they were right. I thought the sound was awesome on this for live, for a live presentation. So I'm going to take a link to this video and put it in my description below. So if you want to watch it again, click on that link. It'll open up and play for you. And, I won't be stopping it. Also, I'm going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this video, and that was eTown. They actually uploaded this. Pick on that link. It'll take you to their channel. There might be other really great presentations on there that you want to see, and you may want to subscribe to that channel. Talking about subscribing, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, let's do it right now. We're doing a lot of great music, a lot of genres, just all over the place on the genres. And we do kind of like comparisons. We do just one-off reactions. We do reviews. And like I did last week, we just looked at one song all week. So we're doing a lot of cool stuff. So why don't you subscribe? Just go below this video and hit the subscribe button. That's all you got to do. If you go over here, ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. This is a great recommendation. I loved it. When I first read it, it was like, I've never heard this band before. I've heard of this band before, but I've never heard this band before. And I've always wanted to hear what they sounded like. So this is a great opportunity. Really liked what I heard. There's going to be some more Tedeschi Trucks Band in the future. This put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.